Good morning, Power Yoga Palm Springs yogis. Thanks for joining me on this Monday morning. I'm so happy to be leading us in another at-home flow. So thank you for joining in. Hope everybody's staying safe and healthy. So we have a playlist for today. It's on my Spotify account, Hillary Gibson. We have a link down below. But if you want to find me on Spotify, it's the Soulful Beats Flow. So we're going to be doing a lot of hip opening today. I know a lot of people have been getting out for walks and runs with all the gyms closed, so that's really awesome. But I know that can also create a lot of tension in the legs and the hips. So I want to get in there, get some juicy stretches today. We'll do a lot of hip opening, and let's go ahead and get started on our backs. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet come to touch, knees go wide, and then just lay back onto the mat. Let's close the eyes here. Bring one hand to the heart, one to the belly. And right away, just begin to drop in and breathe. Deep inhalations through the nose. Let the exhale roll down the back of the throat. Sinking deeper into the mat with each round of breath. Feeling the body press into the earth. And also noticing this equal force pushing up through the earth's surface, supporting us here energetically as we lay on our mats. And from here, let's do a quick little body scan. So bring your attention to the feet, through the ankles, calves, the knees, coming up to the thighs, wrapping around to the hamstrings, glutes, hips, pelvic floor, your core, low back, sternum, shoulders, back of the neck, all the way up to the crown of the head. Pause here, deep breath in, deep breath out. And then just begin to reverse that attention, starting with the crown of the head, moving down the neck, shoulders. And when you get to your hips, just pause there for a moment. Give yourself a few extra rounds of breath here. Sending that breath directly into the hips. Inviting release. Nice. Then go ahead and continue on. Moving down the legs. Eventually getting to the tips of the toes. Beautiful. Let's take a few more rounds of breath here just to settle. Feeling the rise and the fall of the belly. Awesome. Let's bring the knees to touch. Bring them into the chest here. Give them a little squeeze, roll around on the low spine. And keep the eyes closed or blink them open whenever you're ready. Let's grab for the outer edges of the feet here. Come into happy baby. Take a nice hip opener right out the gates here. Let's rock side to side a little bit. Push that low spine into the earth. And breathe. Awesome, bring those knees back into the chest. Begin to roll up and down your mat. Let's roll for 3 times here. And on your third, just come up into a comfortable cross-legged seat here. Nice, long through the spine. Let's go through some cat and cows seated here in our cross-legged pose. So inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round. Awesome, inhale, arch. Round. Nice, 2 more rounds like that. Move with your breath. Last round. Beautiful, come back to center and then just walk those fingertips forward, fold over those legs. Let the forehead be heavy down towards the mat. Beginning to create some length through the low back. Awesome, walk your fingertips back towards your legs and then let's straighten those legs out in front of us. Flex through the toes, maybe scoot your seat back a little bit, get comfortable. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Nice, you can grab for the toes, anywhere on the legs, and bend those knees as much as you need to. With each inhale, get a long spine. And each exhale, begin to fold deeper over those legs. Igniting the hamstrings. Awesome, slowly come back up. And then let's bring that left foot in. Plant it just on the inside of the right foot. Again, reach up overhead with the arms. And then as you exhale, twist over to the left. Right arm comes to the outside of that left leg. Nice. Good, nice little twist here. Gaze can be back over that left shoulder. Twist a little deeper as you exhale. And then as you inhale, come back to center, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice, just switch those legs now so left leg goes long, bend that right knee. Plant the foot on the inside of the left leg. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, twist, left arm to the outside of that right leg. Nice, so we're using that left arm to give us a little bit more leverage here. Get a little bit deeper into that twist. Keep some flexion through those left toes. Nice, let's inhale, come back to center, arms up overhead. Hands to heart center. Nice, both legs go long. Take an inhale here, reach up overhead. And then one more time, forward fold, just for a round of breath here. Notice the difference now that we've rinsed out the legs a little bit. Awesome, come back up. Let's come into a seated position again. Just roll over those legs. We'll meet in tabletop here. Moving through some cat and cow. As you inhale, belly drops low, gaze high. Exhale, round that spine. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, cat pose. Keep moving like that. Maybe bring some organic movement if you want to sink your hips down towards your heels, kind of come into a little bit of a quick child's pose. Maybe make some hip circles. Just a little time to freestyle it here. Get into those muscles and joints. Awesome. Let's get into the shoulders a little bit. We're going to thread the needle. So let's inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread under that left arm. Right cheek comes to the mat. You can walk those left fingertips forward here. Your hips are still over your knees at about a 90-degree angle. Awesome, let's come back to center, press up, reach that right fingertip towards the sky. And exhale, set it down on the mat. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Thread the needle. Left cheek to the mat this time. Work those right fingertips forward. Beautiful. See if you can rinse out those shoulders just a little bit more. Awesome. Let's inhale back to center. Push through the right hand. Reach up. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Let's come into our first down dog of practice here. So tuck the tuck the heels underneath. Reaching down towards the mat. Let's walk it out a little bit here in the down dog. Bending one knee deeply and then the other. Point those hips up towards the sky. And press into the hands. And breathe. Awesome, let's take that right leg high, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Maybe make some circles through that hip. Draw little circles with your knee on the sky. Beautiful, straighten and square. One time, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Awesome. Set it back down. Downward facing dog. Let's take that left leg high, inhale. Exhale, bend and open through the hip. Take those hip circles now on the left, even it out. Nice, straighten and square, knee to nose, crunch it in. Extend long. And set the left leg down, nice work. Take another moment, just pedal it out here, building our foundation. Awesome, then maybe bring a little stillness to the pose here. See if you can sink those heels a little bit deeper towards the mat. Wrap the upper outer arms in towards the armpits. Beautiful, inhale. Exhale, slowly walk to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift, long spine. Fold inward. Let's take those feet hip width distance. Grab for opposite elbows, just rock side to side, ragdoll it out. Nice, and then let's start to continue that swing. Get a little bit more dramatic, going side to side. And we're gonna swing up and overhead, getting through those shoulders here. So begin to lead with that left elbow coming over to the right. Stand all the way up, arms overhead. Awesome, then come all the way back down. So these really nice big circles here. Lead with that left elbow coming up. Exhaling to your fold. Nice, one more time to the right this way. Nice. Hang in your forward fold. Then start that swing again. We're gonna take a circle to the left this time. So as you're ready, leading with that right elbow, come up and overhead through the arms. Nice little back bend. Beautiful, back down to your fold. 2 more times. Getting the blood moving. Awesome. When you get down to that forward fold, just let it go. Bring those feet back to touch. Let's take another halfway lift here. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close those eyes. Pause for a moment. And I invite you to bring an intention to your practice today. Maybe I intend to absorb this calm groundedness that I received from my practice today and translate that into positivity out into the world. I vow to send that energetic bliss out into the world. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Hands down by the sides. Inhale, reach up overhead. Nice. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant those hands, step back to your plank. Pause here in your plank. Firm up through that core. Slight little bend through the elbows. Beautiful. Rock forward, lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck those toes, low cobra. Exhale, release. Let's keep flowing through cobra. Inhale, cobra. Get a little bit bigger. Exhale, release. Last time. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down to the mat. Push up on the knees. Come back to your child's pose. Pause here for a moment in child's pose. Really reaching through those fingertips, forehead to the mat. Feel the hips sinking back towards the heels. Nice, come back through tabletop, tuck those toes, downward facing dog. Beautiful, right leg reaches high. Exhale, knee to nose, crunch it in. Inhale, extend. Right elbow crunch. Inhale. Take it across left elbow. Nice, from here just straighten that right leg. Come on to your right hand, reach the left fingertips towards the sky, rock star. Lift up through those hips. Nice. Come back to your three-legged dog. Right leg long. Set it back down, downward facing dog. Nice, let's do that on the left now. Left leg rises. Knee to nose, crunch it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale. Right elbow. Pause here. Straighten out that left leg. Come onto the left hand. Reach those right fingertips high. Rock star. Beautiful. Hand comes back to the mat. Shoot that left leg high. Three-legged dog. And set it back down, down dog. Nice. Take an inhale here. Exhale, walk or hop up to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Reach up and overhead. Come to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Awesome. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant those hands, step or hop it back. Lowering through chaturanga, or you can stay with that cobra if you're not quite ready for the big back bend. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. Nice, let's do that little core sequence one more time. Reach that right leg high. Knee to nose, crunch it in. Inhale, extend. Right elbow. Awesome, inhale. Left elbow, pause, you got this. Let's straighten that right leg, come onto the right hand, reach up, rock star. Exhale, left hand back down, three-legged dog. And step it through, low lunge. Come down onto that back knee, untuck the toes, reach up. Beautiful. Just really getting in to the front hips. Front of the hips. Awesome, bring the hands to heart center. Twist over to the right. Nice, from here you can stay lowered into that back knee, or if you're ready, tuck the back left toes and pop up off the knee. Really straightening out through that left leg by pressing through that left heel. Awesome, big motion from here. We're gonna come straight into our warrior two. So windmill open. Nice, feel that really beautiful opening through the hips here. Heel to heel or heel to arch alignment through the feet. Reaching those fingertips in opposite directions. Nice, from here reverse your warrior. Still sinking deeply into that front knee. Nice, now straighten that front leg, reverse triangle. Beautiful, and from here we're gonna come all the way into Skandasana on the right. Beautiful, and then take it over to the left. Nice, right. Shifting to the left. Beautiful. Starting to feel that mark through the hips. Awesome, last time on the left. We'll come back to the right. Rotate towards the front of your mat. Keep both hands on the inside of that that right foot, lizard pose. So you can stay here, you can come down onto that back knee. You can bring the forearms down to the mat. And really start to even roll onto that pinky side edge of your right foot here. Open up through the hips. Take a few more rounds of breath wherever you are. Awesome, go ahead and plant those hands into the mat. Step that right foot back, chaturanga. Blossom open, upward dog. Hips high, downward facing dog. Nice, let's take that left leg high. Knee to nose, crunch it in. Awesome, extend. Left elbow. Extend long. Right elbow, pause. Straighten that left leg, rock star. Gorgeous, right hand back to the mat. Left leg goes long, three-legged dog. And step it through, low lunge. Nice, come back onto that right knee. Reach the arms up overhead. Sink those hips down towards the mat. And breathe. A little bit longer holds here at the beginning of practice. Building some heat. Take an inhale. Hands to heart center. Twist over to the left. Nice, so hooking that outer right arm on the outside, that left leg. From here, let's pop up off that back knee if you're ready for a little bit more intensity. Awesome, on your next inhale, blossom open, warrior two on the left. And then just take your time to sink in. You might need to adjust your foot alignment a little bit. Slight little tuck of the tailbone here, that'll help open up through the hips. Gorgeous, reverse your warrior. Still sinking deeply into that front knee. Reaching up and back. All right, let's straighten that front leg. Reverse triangle here. Give that front leg a break. Awesome, and then from here we're gonna come down into Skandasana on the left this time. Beautiful, and then flow through that right to left, just like we did on the other side. Gorgeous, 2 more rounds. Nice, now this time rotate to the front of your mat. Left foot should be forward here. Coming into lizard. So both hands are on the inside of that left foot. You can come down onto forearms again. Just really start to move around through that left hip. Maybe roll onto the outer edge of the foot. And send your breath to any spaces of tension in the body. Gorgeous, okay. One more inhale here. Exhale, shoot it back to plank. Lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Root to rise, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, float it out. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Right leg rises, inhale. Step it through warrior 2 this time. Right away, reach up over. Awesome. So lots of warrior 2s, creating this space through the hips, firming up through the core here. Awesome, from here, side angle pose. So right hand can come to the inside of that left foot. Reach the left arm up and overhead. Maybe come into a bind here. Another great hip opener, get yourself a little bit more traction. Gorgeous, begin to release that. Reach that left arm back up overhead. And then switch the arms. So we're gonna pop up off that back heel. Left hand to the inside of the right foot and spin the chest open towards the right. Easy twist. Gorgeous, one more inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, flow it out. Nice, left leg rises, inhale. Step it through, windmill, open, warrior 2. Pause here in your warrior 2. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. Gorgeous, let's come into our side angle pose. Left hand to the inside of that left foot. Reach that right arm up and overhead. If you want to take it there, go for the bind. Stick with the breath. Beautiful, come back to your side angle pose. Then hop up off that back heel, switch the hands, easy twist. Gorgeous, one more inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, flow it out. Walk or hop it to the front of your mat. Take a halfway lift here. Fold. Sink those hips low, chair pose, reach the arms up overhead. Weight is back in those heels. Slight little tuck at the tailbone here. Awesome, let's bring the hands to heart center. Twist over to the right. Press your palms into each other here. Give yourself a little bit more leverage. Get a little deeper into that twist. Awesome, let's come back to center. Stay in your chair, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands back to your heart center. Twist over to the left this time. Maybe rock that weight back a little bit more into the heels. Stick with the breath. Awesome, come back to center, reach the arms up, and fold over the legs, let it go. Nice, halfway lift. Plant the hands, move through your vinyasa here. I'm gonna start to flow it out a little bit more. Awesome, then take that right leg high, inhale. Step it through, warrior one this time. Back foot's at a 45-degree angle, sinking deeply into that front leg. Take an inhale here, reach up. Exhale, hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Take a little back bend as you inhale. And then exhale, fold to the inside of that right leg, humble warrior. Hang out here for a few breaths on this first round. This really gets into the hamstring. Firm up through the core here to support your low back. Awesome, on your next inhale, rise back up, release the grip, reach up. Warrior two, open it up, that should feel real good. Nice. Reverse your warrior. Awesome, side angle pose. And release that left hand down to the ground, step it back, vinyasa. Left leg rises, inhale. Step it through, warrior one, rise up. Pause here, get that alignment. Wrap that right hip towards the front of your mat. Reach up. Release the hands, interlace them the funky way this time. Take an inhale, little back bend. Exhale, dive in, humble warrior. Maybe get a little adjustment in the upper back here. Let the crown of your head just be heavy towards the mat. Awesome, firm up through the core, rise up, release your grip, reach. Warrior two, open. Beautiful, reverse. Side angle. Step it back, plank and flow. Right leg reaches. Warrior one. One breath, one movement. Release the hands, interlace the fingers. Back bend. Humble warrior, fold in. Awesome, rise up, reach. Warrior two, open. Beautiful, reverse. Get long. Side angle. Flow. You can always meet us back in down dog. You want to skip that chaturanga. Left leg high, inhale. Step it through, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, release the hands, interlace the funky way, inhale. Fold in, humble warrior. Rise up, release. Warrior two, open. Beautiful, reverse, exalt your warrior. Side angle. And both hands to the mat, step it back and float it out. Awesome. We're gonna go one more time, right away, inhale, right leg high. Step it through, rise up, warrior one. Get that heart rate up. Release the hands, interlace the fingers, inhale. Dive in. Beautiful. Rise up, reach. Warrior two. Reverse. Side angle. Plant those hands, flow. Stick with that breath, especially when the heart rate starts to rise. Left leg high. Step it through, warrior one, rise up. Release the hands, interlace, back bend, dive in. Rise up. Warrior two, open. Reverse, reach. Side angle. Gorgeous, let it go, step it back, chaturanga. Take an extra second in your up dog. Maybe rock those hips side to side. Awesome, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose, sink those hips, reach up. Pause here. Firm up through that core. Awesome. From here, we're going to come into eagle pose. So bring that left leg up and over. Wrapping it once or twice if you can get that foot hooked on the right calf. We're going to bring the left arm under the right, palms press if you can. You can also grab for your opposite shoulders. And then just begin to sink a little lower in that chair. Awesome, stick with the breath. Focus your gaze. Slowly start to rise back up. Release the hands, bring that left knee into the chest. And then we're gonna come into figure four. So cross the left ankle over the right knee. Hands can come to heart center. And once again, begin to sink back into that chair. We're strengthening and we're lengthening here. Maybe begin to bring those elbows down towards the left leg. You can, if you're real flexible in those hips, bring those fingertips all the way down to the mat. Maybe begin to straighten out through that right leg a little bit. Maybe come into an arm balance if you want to get real fancy with it today. Otherwise, we're just here in our figure four. Nice hip opener. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Awesome. Slowly rise back up. Bring that knee back into the chest. And exhale, set it down. Nice. Shake it out a little bit. Awesome. Inhale, reach up overhead. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Sink those hips. Chair pose. Reach up. Awesome. We're going to go into the right side. So once you're stable and grounded, bring that right leg up and over. Wrap it once or twice. You can also bring a little kickstand out with your right toes. And then right arm under the left. Palms press. And just start to sink down. And one side might be super different than the other. You might be able to wrap twice on one and only once on the other side. Just sit with what is. Sink a little deeper. Awesome. Push through that left foot. Slowly rise up. Bring that right knee into the chest. Take a breath. And then cross that right ankle over that left knee. Sit back into your figure four chair. Gaze is steady. Once again, all of those variations are available to you. Take it to your edge. Woo. Hang in there. One more round of breath. Awesome. Inhale, reach up, bring that knee into the chest. And exhale, set it down, shake it out. Ooh, nice. Yeah, we getting into those hips today. All right. Reach up, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Let's bring those feet hip width distance here. Hook our peace fingers around the big toes. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold inward. can be kind of nice here to bend one knee and then the other. Get a little deeper into each hamstring one at a time. Just make this pose your own, whether that's stillness or movement. Keep breathing. Awesome, bring those feet back to touch. Let's take a halfway lift. Fold. Plant those hands, let's flow. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, nice back bend. Downward facing dog. Awesome, take that right leg high. Step it through, warrior two. Rise up, open up. Awesome, straighten that front leg. Let's come to triangle pose here on the right. Lift up through the kneecaps. Reach those left fingertips all the way up towards the sky. And your gaze can be up towards those left fingertips or just out to the side if that's a little bit too much on your neck. Awesome. From here, we're going to come into half moon. So let's bend a little bit, little micro bend in that front knee. Begin to hop up off the back toes. Stack the left hip on top of the right. Open up to the left. Gorgeous. If you want to challenge your balance here, you can look up towards your left fingertips. You can also bring your right fingertips to heart center. Awesome. One more inhale. And then we're going to exhale into pyramid pose. So kind of like we're coming back to triangle, maybe a foot closer to that front foot. Back foot is at about a 45-degree angle here. Square those hips off to the front of your mat. Hands come to hips. Inhale. Exhale, begin to fold over that front leg. Nice. Your hands can come on either side of that front leg. Anywhere on the leg if you can't quite get down to your mat. And just feel that juicy stretch through the back of the leg. Awesome, one more inhale here. And then begin to bend through that front knee, plant the hands, step it back, let's slow it out. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Nice, left leg rises, inhale. Step it through, warrior two, open up, windmill those arms. Awesome. From here, we're going to straighten that front leg, triangle pose. So really leaning back through the right upper body. Almost a little back bend sensation here. You want to feel open and spacious all through the right side. Really lengthening from the hip all the way up to the shoulder and out those right fingertips. Beautiful. From here, let's make our way to our half moon. So a little bend in that front knee, maybe hop that back foot in, and begin to lift up through the right toes, flex that foot, stacking the right hips on top of the left, and eventually reaching those right fingertips up towards the sky. Nice, you can take any of those variations we took on the other side if you want to challenge your balance. Take one more inhale wherever you are. And as you exhale, let's come to pyramid pose. So feet are about hip width distance apart. Rise up, let's bring the hands to the hips, square off those hips. Take a little inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold over your front leg. Hands can come to that left leg or the mat. Try to lift up through the kneecaps here too, just like in triangle pose. Should feel real nice and juicy through the back of the left leg. Awesome. Let's take a bend through that front knee, plant the hands, step it back. Chaturanga. Elbows graze the ribs. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. Take 3 rounds of breath here in your home base. Walk it out a little bit. Notice how much looser and calmer and grounded you're feeling from the beginning of class. Awesome. At the end of that 3rd breath, let's take that right leg high. Inhale. Coming into half pigeon here, right knee to the back of the right wrist. Awesome. Wiggle that left leg back on the mat, untuck the toe. Take an inhale here, maybe hop up onto those fingertips. Get a little more length through the back of the spine. And then just begin to fold forward over that front leg. Forehead can come to the mat here. If that's too intense, you can just stay up on forearms as well. And of course, if there's any pain or crunching in that front knee, you can roll over onto your back and take figure 4. A little bit less stress on the knee joint. And just breathe. Noticing any spots of tension in the body where you might be clenching, maybe through the jaw, maybe through the forehead. Send your breath to those spaces. Encourage ease and opening. We're going to be here for a little while. We've created a lot of heat in the body, and this half pigeon is so great for just releasing that tension, especially when we're warm. So I know this can be a very intense pose for many of us, so breathe through it, rely on that breath. Allow yourself to just be in this moment. No expectations for the pose, no expectations for getting out of the pose. Awesome. Take 3 more deep rounds of breath. And then slowly push up. We're going to take that right leg high, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip, flip your dog if you want to. Reach that right arm up and overhead. Oh yeah, feel that great hip opening. Super nice after the half pigeon. Beautiful. As you're ready, come back to your downward dog. Take a moment to pedal through the legs. And on your next inhale, lift that left leg high. Half pigeon on the left. Left knee, left wrist. Wiggle the right leg back. Come up onto those fingertips. Take a nice back bend here. Prepare. And then exhale, fold over the front leg. So take your time to really get into the position that's most beneficial for you here. So if you need to move around, readjust, take that time now. them settle in. Bring some stillness to the body. The body is still, the breath becomes louder. We notice the rise and the fall of the belly. Bring your attention to those functions that are still working hard, delivering oxygen to your bloodstream, calming the nervous system. Maybe you can wiggle that back leg back even just a little bit more in space. Create a little bit more opening through the left hip. And come back to that intention if your mind starts to wander. Whatever intention you set. Maybe it was that energetic pull of positivity from what you cultivate in your practice today out into the world. Focusing here on cultivating and harvesting the benefits of our practice. Awesome. 2 more rounds of breath here. Let's begin to push into the hands. Come up off that back knee, straighten the left leg long, 3-legged dog. Oh yeah, bend, open the knee, flip your dog. Reach that left arm up and overhead. Push through the hips. Feel that release. Awesome. As you're ready, come back to downward dog, pedal it out. Nice. Let's walk or hop to the front of your mat. Take a halfway lift. Fold. Feet come to the outer edge of your mat. Sink the hips low, Malasana. Can't finish this practice without Malasana. It's the queen of the hip openers. Press those triceps into your legs. Create a little bit more space. Maybe rock side to side a little bit. If you want an arm balance today, feel free to go there now. We're focusing on a little bit more opening and lengthening than strength today, so feel free to just hang here. Know what your body needs in this moment. Awesome. Then you're just going to flop back down onto your booty here. See if you want to give yourself a little support, bring your hands behind you, lower down. Awesome. We're going to keep the knees bent and just go ahead and lay down on your back, coming into bridge pose here. So bring those feet as close to your seat as you can. Start to tuck the shoulders underneath a little bit and then lift up through those hips. Maybe interlace the fingers and start to wiggle the shoulder blades underneath the body. See if you can relax the glutes a little bit here, pushing up through the fronts of your hips. Awesome. Slowly release the spine, stacking onto the mat. Nice. Bring the knees into the chest, rock side to side. Then plant those feet back into the earth. One more bridge, or if you want to go for a wheel, feel free to go there now. So as you inhale, hips lift up in either pose. Sticking with the breath. One more inhale. Exhale, slow, lower all the way to the mat. Nice, bring those knees back into the chest, rock side to side. And then open up the hips, happy baby, just like where we started. Rock side to side, notice the difference. Awesome. Let's bring those knees into the chest. From here, take that left leg long, keep that right knee in, and then just drape the right leg over the body, supine twist, gaze out towards those right fingertips. Maybe the eyes starting to get a bit heavier now. Gorgeous, let's come back to center, both knees in. And then we'll switch sides, right leg long, keep that left knee in. And then take it across the midline. Gaze out towards the left. Feeling the twist all the way from the left shoulder to the left hip. Come back to center. One last squeeze in towards the chest. Nice. And then from here, I'll invite you to take shoulder stand for an inversion today. But since we are all at home also, I sometimes really love to just go into a supported legs up the wall for Shavasana instead. So if you want to do shoulder stand, feel free to go there now and then to Shavasana. If you know you want to just make it real yummy and restorative, go ahead and take your mat up towards the wall, which is what I'm going to do. And then bring your hips all the way up to the wall, so one hip or the other, and then just begin to spin the legs up towards the wall. Awesome. You can wiggle yourself a little closer from here. Just take up space, bring those arms way out to the sides. And from here, we're going to take Savasana. Really allowing the legs a break here. Literally turning them upside down, letting the blood flow out of the legs. And letting go of any controlled breathing here. Surrendering to the mat, surrendering to the benefits of your practice, and allowing yourself to drink them in. Feel the body getting lighter. The stuff that we're all going through right now can feel so heavy, and we can internalize that into tension into the body and heaviness in the body. and especially in the hips. We carry so much tension in our hip space, especially for women. So we come to our yoga practice, we come to our mat to release some of that tension, not just in the physical body, but in the emotional heart center as well. And let yourself lay here in that sweet release. You are supported. Let's slowly begin to deepen the breath. Bring a little movement to the fingers. Maybe flex through the toes. And as you're ready, starting to bend through the knees. We're going to come out just how we came in, so just roll over onto your side. Pause here for a moment in your fetal position. Symbolic of new beginnings. And then beginning to press up to a comfortable seat. Be cross-legged, sitting in hero's pose, whatever feels good. Just keeping the eyes closed, let's bring the hands to heart center. Feeling the thumbs press into the chest. And just noticing the energetic buzz of the yoga practice. And while we may be alone right now, this practice really connects us all. Not just here through our little community, but throughout the world. So send that positive energy out into the world, into your homes, to the people that you communicate with and who need it most. In gratitude for lungs that allow you to breathe freely and a body that can move you through this beautiful practice, we say namaste. Thank you everybody for joining me today for this hip opening flow. I hope you feel lighter and looser. I know I do. So we'll see you next time.